Hello, how y'all doing? What's going on? So we are back for another story time that deals with me and my personal life. Like y'all really want to hear about me and my personal life. Well, we are back here again. I just want to say thank you all for the new subscribers. Thank you for the ones that came back. I appreciate it. We are on a different journey. Of course, I'm going to be more raw and opening up more. And that's something I haven't done in a long time. But I do have my friend here, Diamond, my best friend from college years. And we started to talk about everything. The title was, how can I put it? Okay, well, hold on, girl. Hold on. She's right here. But I wanted to come out to her on my own time, but I didn't get a chance to because someone that I trusted already told her. Um, and she told me that when she found out, she broke down and she was crying and she was hurt, and I would allow her to tell her side of the story. And this mic is about to fall and everything about that. Hey, you guys, how you guys doing? Just give me, man, this mic is falling. All right. Hey, King Leo, trying to get this mic together. Hey, Lisa Wilson. You guys, make sure you guys like this video. We need those likes. All right. Hey, Kavan. Yeah, we doing a part two. We doing part two. There we go. Coughing. Jesus, Lord, have mercy. Hey, Patricia. And so in this live, I do have the link to call in. So if you guys want to call in, you guys want to say some stuff or ask me some questions, y'all feel free to do so. Because last time I didn't have that option available. And I did my other live, but it was talking about something else. And I saw some people pouring in and they had some questions. So that's why I have that available. How you doing, Diamond? You all right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm all right. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right, girl.
Good. Nice hearing from you again.
Yeah, nice hearing from you, girl. My goodness. Anytime I'm with her, it's always gonna be laughs, laughs, laughs. Okay. I met this girl when I was 17 years old, and we just had a great chemistry together. This girl, when I was 17, 18, um, look,
I was old, y'all. I was old.
well, I didn't even tell him how old you were. I didn't reveal that.
I wasn't that old.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even. Why would you don't even have to talk about that? That's irrelevant. But yeah, she was around me first. When I put my first dress on in public, walking in the streets with dresses and heels and wigs on in public. She was the first person at the age of 18, and I was wearing your clothes.
Yeah, my clothes, my wig, my makeup, every goddamn thing.
Yeah. So I guess we were also talking about other stuff, reminiscing about our past and the ups and downs that we got involved in. But I guess we can fast forward that and maybe we'll talk about that on the back end. But just getting to the nitty gritty of it. How did you come to find out that I was trans? Or I guess the first question is, did it take you by surprise when you heard? No, how did you find out? That's the first question.
That question for me, right?
That's a question for you, Diamond. How did you find out?
When I had saw her, like I was really outside, and she was coming home, and she had a book bag, and like you coming from school, so I know he's like, oh yeah, she is class,
Right.
Oh, she was too pretty hair, cornrows going back. I was like, all right.
So you're talking about before my transition. That's when you first saw me before my transition. Before I transitioned, when she met me, I had hair. I was growing my hair out, and I had a baby face. I didn't have to shave or anything. So, honey, I put that wig on. Girl, don't say that. But I put that wig on, and honey, it was good. I ain't have to shave it, and I had baby face then.
It's sexy, girl.
Okay, well, I don't want to hear that, girl. Okay.
You were sexy. I told my mama, like, you look just like Onion Brown. What was he? But
Girl,
no, go ahead.
God damn it. Okay, so that's in the beginning, okay? And when we first had this conversation, I didn't even know she had a little crush on me, y'all. I had no idea. She was like,
remember, I came to the gate when you were talking to someone at the gate. I remember everything where I met you at. And I was like walking up towards the gate. I was right there. You didn't even open the gate yet. It was someone you was talking to. You know, I mean, they was little short. So I was just in y'all conversation and shit. You know, then you spoke. You said a couple of words and shit to him. And I knew the person who you was talking to. You see what I'm saying? Because I stopped. Remember, you was at the gate. You had your bag and everything. And then once you start talking, I was like, oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I can hang with this one. I would never get in trouble. You know? But I knew then, once you open your mouth, you know, I knew. You know, it's just your demeanor. I just how you carry yourself, you know.
Got it. So you knew I was trans at 18. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, and you said you knew I was trans at 18 because of my demeanor. Now, when you talk about demeanor, are you talking about feminine ways?
Yeah, it's like you had little like feminine ways. I always hang around men. You know.
You pretty much you wasn't a real man. I second that. I second that.
It's like I'm the dude when I'm with you.
Well, you were the dude when you was with me because you were more protective. You were more aggressive. You were more of a fighter. I didn't fight.
Yeah.
Anytime we were into fights, it was because of you. What?
One fight, and I kept you out of it. You know what I mean? I was down. I ran. You couldn't hold me. I was trying to get to that motherfucker. But you was there with my breakup, my heartbreak, and everything again and shit. So yeah, man, you was there. You was there. Not even knowing. You was there.
Yeah. So hold on. Can you guys hear her clearly, or are you having an issue hearing her? Press 3 if you guys can hear her clearly, or press 9, or if it's a challenge. It's a challenge to hear her, okay? And we'll do something else. All right, let me know, okay? Do we want do you want marriage in a family structure? So do you guys just okay? So let's hurry up and get this, and I guess they have me have some questions later on. All right, people. Somebody says 3, then somebody says 9. So it's a hard time to hear. She don't have StreamYard, so I can't put her on StreamYard. All right, 9-3. StreamYard is an app where people can call in, and I can just have, and people can just hear you better. All right. So it's half and half. Some people are saying it's hard to make you out, and then other people are saying they can. Leo say it's okay. All right. So 2 people are saying it's very hard. I hear her a bit, but it's kind of muffled. Do you have me on speaker? Because I know I got you on speaker. Can you take me off a speaker?
Can you on right now?
All right. So she's gonna take me off a speaker.
Now, how do I sound?
You sound better to me. I'm gonna ask them, is this better? You guys keep talking. Can you say your ABCs?
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Yay. Yay.
All right. Leo said it's much better.
Okay, I got y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm in the car, guys.
Well, we appreciate you, and we appreciate you to opening up and telling us your truth of the matter with this. So when I first wanted to get into your heels and your dresses, I don't know how that even came about. Did I initiate that?
Yes, you did. I think I came over. I'm always coming over when I get off work.
We were neighbors as well. Just to let you guys know, we were neighbors.
Yeah, we were neighbors. So I would come to your house always after work. And guess we was in the house. We were just in there chilling, talking, and everything laughing. And then something just hey, let me dress me up. How you think I look like as a girl? That's how the conversation stopped. And I was like, let me see. You look cute. Yeah, you look cute. Oh, you want to try it? I'll dress you up. Let's try. I'll go get some clothes for you. I'll get something I'll wear. So I went back, remember that? So I went back to the apartment and got some things and stuff I didn't wear and stuff. I was like, damn, you the best pants and shit I gave you. First, I gave you the dress. You know, the brown one. Remember the brown dress? And I had black one. I gave you that. I gave you that one, but then I gave you the pants, and that's when we went outside. We got the hair and you did the makeup. You know I do makeup now. I was like surprised. Okay. You got me a makeup artist. You know, then I was like, we started going from there. You know, and we went out there.
This.
You know,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we was always like, I don't know, we was always, that was like something fun. Like you'll take, and you know I'm having a problem. You know I want it, you know, but you take like that away. That's why I love to hang around with you. You know, because you'll take that pain I have and turn it to like enjoy, you know, something like we're free, you know, free to do anything and shit. Like, fuck it, let's go. You know, I would never do no stuff like that. You know, because I'm a street. You know, I'm a street girl. You know, so but then just being around you, man, that was like the funnest day ever. I even told my sister, I'm like, man, that was like crazy. I'm like, and I dressed her. I'm like, man, you look so damn good. But you did, and you went out there and got all them numbers. Ain't that a bitch? I'm like, I don't even want to play no more. How many numbers I got? Two?
But I do want to say this. So she's talking about when I was 18. I was in college. I had my own place at 18, and she was my neighbor. We stayed in the same apartments. And one day she come over my place. She's always coming over my place. And I said, how about you dress me? You know, what would I look like as a girl? You know? And she dressed me. We'd hit the streets. We'd hit the malls. We'd hit the streets. We'd be outside with my heels on and everything. Okay. I didn't get misgendered. Ain't nobody called me a man when I was doing that.
Anything.
No, I got an approach and I got a lot of numbers and stuff. But
yeah, I turned around and she already talking to a car like that. We just got out here.
But afterwards, I didn't continue to live like that, you know? And I just want to say thank you because you never ratted me out. Like when I was, you know, presenting masculine, she never told anybody. You never told like anybody and say this motherfucker used to wear dresses and shit like that. You never revealed that. And I appreciate that as well. Because you know some people there just tell all your business, but she did not reveal that. And with her, I felt a safe enough space to explore and do some stuff like that. It was you and another girl named Marie. Okay. And I really liked Marie. However, I couldn't be friends with Marie anymore because Diamond ended up fighting Marie. And Diamond said, cut that bitch off. You can't be friends with her. And I'm loyal, so I stopped being friends with Marie.
Yeah, and I liked her too. She was cool, you know, and I just couldn't, you know, deal with that. And I don't want to say something. I know you like Marie. That was like
I loved Marie. I loved her.
Y'all done so much shit together. Y'all done so much stuff, you know. You had y'all little, you know. I was like, damn it, why you ain't? I left at the wrong time. Remember, I had to go cook dinner, cook dinner. And I was like, I'll be back with y'all. Are we gonna call somebody over? I'm like, I'll be back with y'all. Sure did. I'm like, goddamn. That was a fun time too. I know, but you know, but I didn't want to bring that energy, you know, because if it was you, she'd do that to you too. And I didn't want that to do that. I didn't want that to happen, you know.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what happened between Diamond and Marie, but I was more loyal to Diamond. I mean, you don't have to tell us everything, just a short thing, but I'm just telling you all to let you guys know who I felt was my safe space in my younger years when I was 18. 17, 18. It was two women. These are biological women. Did I have any gay friends?
No.
I didn't have it. I've never really had gay friends. Did I have any trans friends?
Nope.
No. That was 18, but I did introduce you because we started to go to gay clubs and we started to meet different people in the lifestyle. And I started to have associates that I was closer to, and I introduced you to these associates that I was close to. And along that time, I started the distance from you and the gay associates, and I started to do my own thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I would just come in and out. You know, that's later on in life, you know.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, did I tell you, how did you come to find out that I actually was making the for real transition this time?
Well, I came to find out someone called me immediately. They called me and
you said someone called you.
Yeah, someone had called me, and someone that you know, that we know, and told me and showed me pictures and everything and asked me questions. Did you know and didn't know? I'm like, going on with that person. Like, if that person want to tell me, I know you would call and tell me, And of course, been new. I dress you.
Right. But they didn't know that you used to dress me. Nobody knew. No one knew. Because we did our own thing, So they probably felt like they were telling you some like juicy new gossip. So that's how they ran it down to you, like it was new juicy gossip. Right. But yeah.
It wasn't like a surprise. It's just that person, I was like, you telling me I already know you told everybody in that motherfucking community.
I didn't tell anybody in the. Did I tell people in the community?
Not you. I'm talking about the person who told me.
I don't know, because I don't know the timeline. It could have been where I came out and told everybody on the computer, because at the time, I don't think that I was in communication with you, because we had spaces where we didn't talk. It wasn't because we fell out. It was just because you doing your thing, I did my thing, but I've never fallen out or had any horrible things towards you.
And we got that commitment with each other anyway before you even moved. That I'm gonna keep in touch with you and I'm gonna come see you whenever I can. I'm not gonna call and because I know you got things. I knew you had things going on. I knew you were going out to Atlanta for, so
Yeah. All right. So what did you, because one time you said you cried when you found out, and were you upset that I didn't tell you?
No, I wasn't upset. I was disappointed. It wasn't even with you because I know you, man, let me tell you something. I know you're going to knock them out the boots, even like out the park anyway. You come out like that. You're going to come out, you're going to get your thing done, you're going to look good, you're going to do your thing, and you're going to still continue on doing what you've been doing, And that's being you, regardless of what you transform to, you still yourself, And that's what I love about you too. Even though you don't tell people a lot, So no, I wasn't hurt. I was hurt by the person who told me, because it's not that person, to tell.
It's not that person business to go and tell you about my transition.
Yeah, because I wanted, that could have been like something special, like how she got that treatment. I didn't even do that treatment. You see what I'm saying? With her with you. You feel me? The treatment when I first saw her, when I first saw you came real quick and you I was at work. I can't stay, you know what I'm saying? But with her, it's all day, So I didn't get that treatment like she got, when I first saw her. So I missed that because a person messed it all up,
No, I'm confused. What are you talking about, the treatment? Because
you tell your friend, you something like it's like you graduate and you get married. You be so, oh my God,
okay, happy with excitement.
Happy like that. That.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
So you're saying that I had that with her.
No, I had that with her when I first saw her.
Okay,
You know what
because
I'm
the
saying?
person we're talking about is a person that's
Yeah.
trans. Okay. So
Right.
when she first
Right.
trans, you had that experience with her. Yeah, I think
Right.
because when she did her transition,
You
you
ain't never
guys
tell me.
you guys were close and I distanced myself from both of you
Yeah.
all. And I was doing
Yeah.
my own thing. I had my boyfriend. I was doing my own
Yeah.
thing in life and
Yeah.
I was not around the gay scene anymore and
Mm-mm.
I
You.
was not around
I
you
always knew
all
you were
either. I
supporting.
wanted to distance myself and I just wanted to do my own thing outside of everyone. So,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know exactly what you guys had going on. I'll come in every probably 6 months. I'll come in just hey and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
Um
you always done.
mhm.
But no, it's just that I'd rather for you to tell me and so I could be like,
Right.
and go out and do things and yeah, we gonna show this motherfucker body off and go have fun.
Right. Okay, I get what you're saying. Well, my
Yeah, I want
intentions
to have
was
a
not
sit,
for anybody to
I want
tell you secondhand. I was
right.
going to tell you when I got, I guess, around and there
I
to
know
do
you
it
will.
to it.
I
With
know.
me
I
and
know
my
you will.
transition, it was not about, having a party or like
Nope.
showing off or stuff like that.
Nope.
I'm still not in
Yep.
that mindset where, oh my God, girl, I want to let these bitches have it. I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
Where,
I'm
and I
not.
don't know if I ever be there where I just want to be like, hey, and I just want to serve. I'm trying to
Yeah.
serve these bills. Okay.
No, that's right. But at the end of the day, I was happy and for you and shit. Yeah, it put me in tears because you look so damn good when I saw those pictures. And I know it's a process, and I could tell when I saw the pictures that you just getting started. And at the end, you told me, everyone told me my accident, I gotta get my face done again. It's gonna be a long process. But at the end, you're gonna come out beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go through some things and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved, you know. Well, imagine you would did that in LA. I would have been right
Mm.
there.
So, were you mad or disappointed that I didn't include you more in my transition?
Yeah, I wish you would have included me more because because I felt like you should trust me. You should trust me from day one. You should trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the real. Like I know people gotta. I don't know. Cause sometimes I be thinking. Be honest with you. Sometimes I be thinking it's me. Be like, damn, why do people feel as though they can't tell me something? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I be asking my sister that. Is this something I be doing something when we are running around or something? I don't know, getting funny vibe. But I wish you would have told me and shit.
Got it.
Because I would
Well,
been
I
like,
guess for me, and just to make it clear, I didn't tell nobody.
yeah,
I wanted to take this journey on my own.
mm-hmm,
Um, and I know, like, sometimes you and some of the girls, y'all like to be in competition and cattiness with each other. And I just didn't want to be in that atmosphere, but I wasn't even thinking about that. Honestly, I was just in the world by myself. And I just
mm-hmm.
wanted to cross this bridge alone. But it
Yeah,
was
I
nothing
believe that.
personal with anybody.
Mm-mm.
It was just that I felt like I wanted to cross this bridge alone. I didn't want anybody to hold my hand with this. I do appreciate your support, but it was just
Yeah,
something I felt like I wanted to
want to do
embark on
alone.
my own.
Yeah, and I feel that, but it's like the feeling I had because it's not just with you, it's with everyone. I wish people could be like some like friends or like high call friends and shit. And I'd be like, they really my friends. And some people like my neighbors be like, oh, I call them neighbors, or some of my friends I'd be like, yeah, I call them homies, but I put them in different categories, right? So they,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I wish like sometimes you guys might like I call my friends could come out and tell me, like themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like call me.
Mm-hmm.
It don't be shy because at the end of the day, it's like I go through that till this day. Be honest with you, my best friend at home, he's married now and his wife. I'm like, you know how bad, his wife, and I haven't done anything to her.
Yeah.
This why I be like how I be feeling like
Well,
y'all be picking the
Diamond,
wrong
hold
people.
on.
I
Diamond,
think
hold
y'all
on,
be
because
picking the
we
wrong
still
people.
on air. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you got that cleared out. And I want to know, anybody in
Mm-hmm.
the chat, do you have any questions for Diamond before I
Mm-hmm.
let her go? So this was about a story about um my best friend from my college
Mm-hmm.
years.
Hey y'all.
Hey, she was disappointed that the news didn't come from me first. It came from a second choice. And
Yeah, because
I like I said,
I'm a,
I
I'm gonna
didn't
say
want
this.
it to go to a second choice.
I know you didn't,
You
but I
know,
just
I
wish
wish
that.
I was able to tell you. Unfortunately, people like to take shit and run with it and make it a
Exactly.
gossip. And I guess
You know
my
I would never do that.
transition was fucking gossip, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People had conversations about it in their dinner, their lunch, their breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it's emergency. Hold up. What? What the fuck? I know you lying. Hold up. Hell no.
But you know what? You know what? I'll be honest with you. Cause I mean, what really gets me, not just say it's not you all. I think it's sometimes me because I be like, maybe they don't be trusting me enough. They be trusting the wrong people, and I be getting up like, cause I go with my friend when
Well,
she
I
come
don't
home.
think it's just you, Diamond. But someone says,
I know.
"Did you try to
Like,
reach out to me when you found out when the person called and told you and was sharing
mm-hmm,
pictures and talking about me? Did you
mm-hmm,
try to reach out to me?
yeah, I called you.
You
Mm-hmm,
called me
yeah, I called you.
and did what?
I didn't call you right then and there because I would. Me and her was still going through it back and forth, back and forth. You know, because me and her was going back and forth. And I told her,
Back
I
and
said, we
forth.
was
You two were fighting.
on the phone. She'll call.
But I'm
Cause me
saying,
and
were
her was
you
going
back and forth talking, fighting? What do you mean back and forth?
like for one, I don't think I always gotta get in people's stuff. So I got in her shit. Like I don't think that was right. And to stop talking about people. Because
So
people
hold
don't talk
on.
about
Let's
people.
make this clear, Diamond. So you're
Mm-hmm.
saying that you cussed her out for exposing me to you.
Exposing, saying a lot of dumb shit that I don't like, and she know I don't like it.
So
And
was she
that's what
saying
caused
dumb shit
like a
about me, or was she what?
about the surgery, about it just the surgery, dumb shit. So that's what caused the whole thing, like with us, because like I said, when you just said yourself, competition. That's what it's always been with us. That's why I said you can't be friends with this motherfucker. I'm sorry to curse guys. But that's why I always say we can't be friends with that. Because it's always, like you said, she had competition with you with the body. I think that you don't really
No, I've
fucking
never
do it.
said that she had competition with me with the body. You
No, no, no,
said,
no, no. She does. She did. That's what I'm saying. She always had it. If someone go say and make, that's like, how did she look when she first got started? And I could tell you just got started. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
you was around when she first got started. So you're
Yeah.
saying that she was critiquing
She was
my
critiquing on your
transition in the
beginnings, and she
beginnings.
wasn't. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that in the beginnings. Because at the end of the day, something could have happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a joking matter. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? So people. That's why I be sometimes and I be afraid of God. Like people be choosing the wrong friends to be their friends and say they friends. That's why I always say that to people. Like, but y'all. It's like everybody picked the wrong one. They got picked the one that they
Got it.
know they fucked up. You know what
So
I'm saying?
Shauna said, "Do you think it was transphobia?" But how if it's coming from somebody inside the community? I mean, I think
Mm-hmm.
the community does a lot of transphobia and
Yeah,
homophobia.
it does.
So shit, it could. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you guys think if you're critiquing
Honestly,
somebody harshly in their beginnings of transitioning, or critiquing them at all? You know, what you gonna say?
I say that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that person not a bad person, everyone. It's just that, people wasn't doing good when we hang together. But when people start getting money now, and then they start thinking they better than the person that really helped them out. You know what I'm saying? So that's type of friend
Got
that
it. Well,
that
I
person.
think you're talking about something personal between y'all two, but I'm not talking about y'all two. Okay. Only
Because
reason why she's in the
that's not
mix
just with
because
no. That's not with just me because it's you too. Because she got to do this. I already know where you going. You spending money. That's why motherfucker ain't hang with you. They don't have that money to spend.
Okay, we're not doing that. But okay. Okay. All right.
But yeah, I wasn't like upset. I just wanted you to, tell your real friends, tell the person that who
Got it.
really cares about you.
Got it.
You
All
know,
right. All right,
yeah.
Diamond.
Cause next time you get something done, don't go and get it to the wrong person. They gonna do the call that person, say mean things and shit. And then that's how motherfuckers fight and shit. Don't have to go bring her. You better not meet you when I see you again. Don't have her. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna knock her ass out, y'all.
Oh, well, don't let's not do that.
Nah, man, she got a big mouth, man.
Okay.
She do. She got a big
All
mouth,
right.
man.
Well,
But she
Diamond,
cool
I'm
though.
gonna let you go. Okay, I'm gonna finish talking to the people so I can wrap this up. Well, hold on. I told y'all to hurry up and ask the Diamonds a question. A
Oh
Diamond
yeah,
said she was disappointed it didn't come from you first. Did she stop to think you have enough on you and making you feel guilty about not wearing it from you? First wasn't cool.
No. I'll say like I've been around you so long. I thought we was like more like fam, brothers and
Right.
sisters.
So you were
So
just disappointed. You were
yeah,
just,
I'm just
I
disappointed.
understand that you were
Yeah,
disappointed.
I love you to death, but nothing
Right.
happened to you. I'm
Right.
worried about you. You know how I get.
Yeah.
But yeah, just call me. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I know that's something you never told. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You ain't never told no one in business, and that's something I want to hear too.
Yeah.
Because I'm part of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Yeah.
and
And
and,
a lot of people have this conversation or they feel in some type of way that their loved
mm-hmm,
ones transition or in the process and
mm-hmm.
nobody
Oh, I
told
love
them or they're the last one to know. They feel some type of
yeah,
way. So, you're not the only one to feel that way, but I'm glad that
I
you
know.
spoke that out. And
Yeah, because I love you, girl.
I love you too,
I love
girl.
you. Never want to happen to you. I go see you in the hospital.
Mhm.
If you was gonna call him, yeah, I go. You okay? You know what I'm saying? I would definitely come to see you. Cause we gonna
Mhm.
see each other soon. I'll be
Yeah.
home.
All right. Well, Diamond, hit me up later and thank you so much.
You so welcome, my love.
All
And you
right,
keep
baby.
safe and
All
see you later.
right.
Gonna talk to you guys later. Nice talking to everyone.
All right. Who is that calling me? Where's that? Where's the call come from? All right. So yeah, that was that. Diamond loves you. Thank you. You guys think she's a real friend? Okay. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, she's awesome. All right. So any other questions that you guys have? So we did part two. I know part one was much more fun, but I just wanted to hurry up and get the real tough stuff out the way before it ended. So I know if you have something to say, you can come up here. I know one person came up here, but I don't get along with that person. So I don't know why the person keep on coming up here when they know, you know, we don't get along. So I don't want to have more drama. So that's why I try to avoid you at all costs because I don't want to go back and forth with you. I don't want no drama with you, but you keep on coming up here and I don't understand. Okay, just please leave me alone and just respect my space. That's all I'm asking. How do we come up the call? You hit the link. It's in the chat. It's StreamYard. You go up there and you hit that link. All right. Thank you. It's I know it's not easy for you, but you did great. Thank you, Shauna. No, it's not easy, to be up here and be vulnerable, you know. But I was gonna do another vulnerable story, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to slow down, just slow down. Yes, like the video, especially if you guys like this type of content. Later on, I'm gonna be doing some, true crime or some gossip stories. It said, pay no attention, no energy for people that don't value you. But yeah, I just wanted to be doing stuff on my own. So I feel like if you don't want to hear people's opinion or anything, you got to do it on your own. And sometimes when you do trust someone, like I've trusted someone, And the trust was, betrayed by, talking too much. It just makes me not even trust even other people, So yeah, I didn't know you was trans, honey. So am I. Well, go ahead, Jody, with your bad self. And did y'all see I changed the wig, right? What y'all think? You see, I changed it up, right? From early, I told you I was gonna change it. Okay. I told you I was gonna change it. Brenda White, she's a new member. Thank you so much for joining us, Brenda White. We appreciate you. All right. So Shauna says, yes, I've always known you to be very private, and that's what you are. Uh-huh. But I strongly believe opening up yourself allows real people to support your group. I truly, I see what you're saying, and I think that's been a story of mine. I've always been private, but that's how I got here on YouTube. I got here on YouTube, and I started doing this stuff on YouTube by people seeing me, and they wanted to support me, and they were, in a way, pressuring me to be more open, to be more transparent. I was rebellious at first. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. But eventually I end up giving in. And it's a blessing because this is where I'm at now. But, I'm just always been private. So um so you're gonna have to work with me. We're gonna work as a team together. Just be patient and work with me. Okay, switch my wig. What you say? Switch my wig, make him feel like he's cheating. Okay. I'm proud of you, but I don't understand what surgery did you have. I'm not sure what you did to transition. I love that you want to be you. Well, to me, I think transition is not about surgery. It's really about just being yourself, expressing yourself, and just being your authentic self. So, what does that mean? That means that me not coming up here, trying to present myself extremely, masculine, trying to fit into society norms, um, having a real opinion about things, just not saying things that will make people happy in society, just being yourself. So that's what it means to me. I know a lot of people, they dictate it based on how many surgeries you had and all that. I don't get into that stuff. I really don't. So that's how I feel about it. It says, oh my God, I never knew you were trans. That shows how great you look. Girl, thank you. Well, I appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate the time it takes you and should move at your pace. We'll be here. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Your surgeries that you have, if you don't mind me asking, well, I think surgery is very personal. It's medical. And I never really talk about that. So I really don't talk about it. I was going to do a story time about one surgery, but I guess I'll save it for later. But I really don't talk about it. I think that people focus so much on the outer appearance when it comes to trans people versus who they are on the inside and how are they mental. So I told myself a while ago I never wanted to make my transition about a look, even though with my case a lot of people want to make it about a look, and maybe in the future I will make it about a look. But right now, I'm kind of stuck in my ways, and I didn't want to make it about a look. I wanted to, hey, it is what it is, and just keep on moving on. Let's not make a big deal about this shit. It says it's hard to keep up with faking the funk. Well, Patricia, I think I did a good job. Okay. I think it's hard in the inside. I think it's when I was faking the funk, um, it was annoying in the inside, but nobody cared because people saw what they wanted to see and they rewarded with a lot of good benefits. So, and I use it as a safety barrier, so, faking the funk in a society, blending in, it has some benefits, but in the inside, are you pleased with yourself? Are you happy with yourself? And I just got to a breaking point where I said, society told me if I be this way or act this way, this will happen. and I'm not getting this will happen, even though I got some benefits, but it was not worth it to me anymore. It did not no longer serve me. So what they say, when it stops serving you, throw it away. So I threw the shit away. And I know it was a uphill fight for me, you know, to be in, but I was willing to do it at any cost. So it didn't matter. It did not matter. All right. So Gigi, your commentary is awesome. So keep up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. You sure did a good job with thank you, Patricia. I remember when I first saw you, you had a different face. You are beautiful then and also well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I always knew I followed JK way back then. You have wonderful personality that obviously come from within. So it's a bonus for it to show on the outside. Thank you so much. That was such a heartfelt. I really appreciate that. I really do. All right. Well, any other questions that you guys have for me? Feel free to ask. As long as there ain't nobody on surgery. Okay. And if you guys can come up and hit that link if you want to, but if you know I don't get along with you, I don't think you should come up. I think you should respect my space and respect my peace. I'm not a confrontational person. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. And I just ask you, the people that you are, just to leave me alone. That's all I want from you. All right. So, Motor Culture, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Okay. Am I too loud or anything?
a little bit.
Okay, let me turn down the mic then. Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, hi Gigi.
Hey, I'm Motor.
Hey. Now I have a question. My
Okay.
question is the reason why that you took so long to come out and be transparent and let the public know that you're trans, was the reason for that is because probably you might have thought that people were going to stay stuck on that and focus on that and not get the information, know that you're trans, say hey, and move on from that and and treat you the same like you're a woman. Do you think that they were going to try to treat you like you're trans instead of treating you the person who you are now, which is a woman? Is that something that you kind of have in the back of your mind that the public might just stay stuck on that and that's something that you don't want?
Yes, I do think that is a concern that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
Because, once you tell people that you're trans, they can't see past that and they want to ask you all these trans questions. And it's
Right.
trans, trans, trans. But then on the other side, it's like, well, don't you want to help the community? You feel a pressure
Right.
like, my goodness, you're obligated to talk about these things, even if you don't want to, because you have to be,
Mm-hmm.
think about that and you have to think about that. And it just puts me in a situation where I'm feeling pressure and I don't
Right.
care for a lot of pressure. So therefore, I just want to do my work and just go. And then, it's the thing too, when people disagree with you and they don't like you for whatever reason, then they want to definitely use that to weaponize against you. Um,
Yeah.
so I do realize that it depends on how I come at it. And when people do that to weaponize against me, of course, I can go off and I can call them all types of names, right? And I can get out of
Yeah.
my character and make myself look bad. But at the same time, I can get a whole bunch of views doing it too. But I just
Right.
chose not to take that route. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, I do think about that. I think about it all. So
And I commend you for doing that because from what I'm getting, it's like you're putting yourself out there because you chose to not think about yourself, but you chose to help others to feel comfortable with coming out and all that instead of, hey, you're going to take the bullet. Whatever happens, happens. And there are bad people who will do that, but, hey, you got to be the remnant and just brush it off. But it's kind of hard when you're on a public platform. You're going to get all kind of people that are ignorant and that really don't understand and that are just, they don't have an angelic spirit. But I'm proud of you for doing that, Gigi. Go
thank
on, girl.
Thank you
And
so
you just ignore them fools. I know it's easier said than done how you ignore because you know this is your life, this is who you are, and when people want to try to comfort you and they don't understand the trials and tribulations and the chapters to them pages that you done went through, to get to where you are now. And the struggles and the heartache and the things that you done been through, I can only imagine. People don't really take that in consideration, and they should really be understanding and really, support you. And, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's
but
hard when you,
guess what?
yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Hmm.
As long as
Yes, and you have more people like me that'll support
supporters
you.
like
So, hey,
you, it gives me the strength and the courage to fight on and just to,
yes.
you know, do what I gotta do. But I do appreciate it. Now I am, and people are saying that, when you talk, that it sounds like you're underwater.
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, well, I'm about to get down here anyway, so get out anyway, so hey, you
yeah.
ain't gonna be under that water too much longer. But anyway, thank you for having me up, and good
Thank,
luck, and many blessings to you.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was so sweet. All right. Okay. So Kev want to be disrespectful. Do I still have a Big Ten or not? No, it's in a jar, Kev. Do you want it? Do you want me to ship it to you? It's gonna cost, okay? I'm gonna put it up on eBay for auction. Kev, get out of here. Okay, honestly. All right. Hey, I'm so proud of you for sharing. Thank you so much. You know, and like I said, make sure y'all get these likes up. When, when I first saw you and T.S. Madison, I couldn't believe you two were trans. You can't tell at all. Well, thank you so much. But like I always state, trans is not just about outer appearance. It's about, your light inside and just being yourself. So yeah, I would definitely appreciate it though. But I understand that people, they definitely based a lot about the look of it. And I understand the outer appearance transition, but I don't think people really talk more about the inside transition, you know. But, this is the world we live in, so I accept it with the good or the bad, but that's just that on that. It doesn't matter what you are. When hurt people sense a great light, they'll try and take that from you. So keep shining. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. I love how transparent you are. I have one question. Why do you wear gloves? Well, I wear gloves because I was trying to brand myself, because I be having the fan when I do my gossip, you know. But I do have a character where I don't wear gloves. And I also like wearing gloves because I was inspired by the early 1900s, the 1800s, and the 1700s, how women of certain class, they always wore gloves. But I wear gloves to try to brand myself, because how many people wear gloves out there? Not a lot of people, even though I'm sure it's going to be more people wearing gloves. I'm sure once you watch on the computer, on the internet, or the TV, you're going to start noticing more people wearing gloves. Yeah. I was out here doing a fan, and ain't nobody was doing a fan. Was anybody doing a fan? Hell no. I stopped doing a fan. No, Beyonce started doing a fan, and then everybody started doing a fan. So that's that on that. Will you ever do mother and three daughter skits anymore? I love them. I will love to get back into my skits. I always say I want to do by my skits, but I just never do it. I just need to work on my discipline. I just need to actually do it. And I need to get some partners, some associates. So if you can act, okay, and you want to help me do some skits on the StreamYard, please hit me up in my DMs on the Instagram at the Messy Sweet Spot so we can get some stuff going. Okay. Okay. Are any of your characters online really you? Any of my characters online? I think they have parts of me. Some have parts of who I am, some don't, you know. Some of my characters have me in them and some don't, you know. And it depends on what it is. What do you look like as a man? Who knows? I guess my daddy. Okay. My daddy. All right. So yeah. Want Gigi? They want Gigi. That's why I asked you that. Gigi, all I can say to you is you need to change the name of the podcast because the messy sweet spot sound a bit, What it sound like, huh? Man, why do people keep calling me? What the fuck? Mm-mm-mm. What a fantastic friendship. I'm so glad Gigi has such a wonderful friendship with transitioning. Yeah. And just to show you guys more of my friend from 17, 18 years old, you know, my friend from 17, 18 years old, and to hear her talk about me and how I was, I thought that it would give you guys a more insight and a more uh, a more open of who I was, during that time. And I don't know. I think it's an eye opener. Would you guys say how many of y'all knew I was cross dressing out in public when I was 17, 18 years old? Press one if you knew that. Press four if you had no idea. A lot of people don't because they only see parts of me on social media. So they don't see all of me. They only see parts. So and I don't show all of me on social media either. So I can't blame them for seeing what I only show. It's just that people be thinking they know so much when they really don't. So that's all. No. Calm it down. Stop thinking you know me so much. Okay. I mean, it's just like the celebrities on TV. I don't know them, but so many people think they know them because they see them on TV. You only see a part of them, but you really don't know who these people are. You just don't. You could have fooled me. Well, honey, I wasn't trying to fool you, sweetheart. It's just that you assumed and you ran with your assumption and you believed in a certain thing. And that's what it was. But don't blame it on me. I didn't come out here trying to fool you, sweetheart. You know? Do you have a daughter if you like men? Do I have a daughter? I have a goddaughter. I do have a goddaughter. Mhm. Gigi, I still can't believe you're trans. You're all woman. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I know you're going to piss some people off, but I thank you so much. I really respect Diamond. She seems like a good, genuine friend. Yeah, she's real cool. We went through so many ups and downs together, you all. I mean, I was there for her when she got kidnapped. I saved her. I was there for her in her breakups. I mean, she was there for me when I wanted to express myself and go outside. She wasn't ashamed of me. Like, no, you got on women's clothes, and I'm not gonna go outside with you like that. We're not going to the mall with you like that. She never used that against me. I mean, she never had a reason to because we never fell out, but she could have had gossip. She could have told certain gay people. She could have told certain guys that she was around that liked me. She could have said, well, he be dressed, they be dressing up in women's clothing. You know that, right? But she never have ever done that for gossip or anything. So I definitely appreciate that, and she could have, right? Because so many people they would have if they had a friend and nobody would think they have been doing that stuff when they were young. People will use that for a good gossip. But that just goes to show you, she was trustworthy of that part, you know. So Gigi, it seems like you've been yourself. I heard you say you moved across for school before yourself. Yeah, I moved, from Michigan to LA. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bang bang to the sweet boy. She loved you. Yeah, she does love me. She loved me. We had some great times. What's up with all the trolls tonight? Where are the trolls, Jerome? Because I don't see them being disrespectful in the chat or the host. Who is being disrespectful so I can respond? Somebody asked what Gigi looked like as a man. Well, it's long time I came across photo of Gigi, her transition, and child Gigi was fine as a pretty boy. Uh-huh. No cap. Yeah. We're talking about, listen, we I know we're talking about the past, but we don't have to do all that. We don't have to do all that. Hell, okay? Man, I understand when people want to just go and get away from their past. Who wants to live in the past? I don't want to live in my past, you know? I don't want to be reminded of every conversation talking about my past. I really don't even talk about my past, but I know you guys want me to be more open and transparent. So that's the only reason why I'm reminiscing on the past to have a more open, vulnerable stage with you all. But other than that, I do not be talking about the past. Hell, the past is the past, you know? We cannot return to yesterday. We can only live for today and the future. And my future is looking bright. And that's the only thing I'm thinking about. So it says they have a few, but we blocked them, Miss Gigi. Well, thank you. Well, tag them. Before y'all block the haters, I want to respond. You know, I'm kind of feeling some type of way. So can you at me and call them out so I can see what they're saying? And I may want to boom. Okay. Okay. Why can you change your face? Do you feel white? No, I don't feel white. Okay. I don't feel white. Why do you change your race? Um oh, my race. Oh, because I know you blacks don't like trends. Like I'm playing. No, I'm black. You know, my DNA is black. You know, they say you can't change your DNA. Okay. But no, I feel black. Oh, that was funny. Funny. Gigi try to be disrespectful with the funky asses. What? Sorry, Gigi, just had to say it. Gigi, I'm not trying to be funny. What made you want to tell your story? What made me want to tell my story today about this is because, how can I say it? People felt that I was doing too much AI fake story times, and I was. So I kind of lost trust in a lot of my subscribers. So I felt like maybe if I do more personal stories, coming from a honest place, maybe I could, you know, maybe they can see I'm changing. You know, I'm changing my ways. So I'm no longer doing the AI reactions, even though in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience fall telling me I need to do them videos, but no, I'm not going to do those videos. So it's a call to my subscribers to let you guys know I'm still here and I'm ready to have real talk and real conversation this time. So that's what inspired it. That's what's inspired it. Did that make sense? Her natural skin tone. That's a natural. I can tell some of these folks never got to see your family and your grandma. They would never know better to leave this nonsense. Uh, what they say about my grandma? My grandma loved me. My grandma saw me transition. My father's, everybody loved me in my family, you know? What did your transition? The doctor is the coolest. Who did your man? Y'all, oh my God. How I'm supposed to take that comment? Okay. Who did the doctor is the coolest? The fuck? Man, I guess that's what it comes to. See, this is what happens when you expose that you transition. You know, you get all these fucking comments. And I guess some people don't see them as weird, but they definitely ain't normal. And it's interesting because I never have these conversations. You are this on the internet is the only place where people are talking to me like this. When I go home around family, nobody talks about this shit. Nobody asks me this, and I think they really love and care about me. And just the real world, I've been living a real world for years now. And I've never be having these conversations. This is the only place. So when you asking me these stuff, this is like, what the fuck? Only here, only here, only here. So, only here. Oh my God. I swear, because you look good. Okay, we got Brenda. How you doing, Brenda?
Hi, Miss Gigi. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm glad you came up. Talk to me.
Yes, I love your show. I watch you since the beginning of the year. However, I had to make a conscious decision to come on in and just tell you how I feel about your show. It is so wonderful. It's the first real show I found that I enjoy watching. And on the commentary of your transition, honey, people act like there is no transition in the world. People transition all the time. Even I transitioned as a grandmother, and I was mocked for years because I want to go back and get my master's degree after our retirement. So, honey, you are doing a great job. You keep me laughing. You're so real, and it just sends shivers up my spine. So, honey, we all transition. Everyone don't stay in the same spot. And people need to understand that if you're not thriving and you're not moving forward, honey, you're stuck in the past. So keep moving forward, and you are beautiful with a beautiful soul. And thanks for having me. And keep the good work up.
Thank you so much, Brenda White. I really appreciate that. That was so sweet. And you see that the love, just the community, the safe space. I really appreciate that. I really do. So I think it's a wonderful thing. And I thank you, Brenda White, once again. Hmm. All right. So Tiffany, did you get your implants or fat grafts? I hope this not isn't too personal. I think it is personal. I understand a lot of people they love talking about this type of stuff. But I really don't talk about that type of stuff. All I can tell you was everything is safe, and everything is good, and nothing is illegal. That's all I can say. Nothing is illegal. Everything is safe. Everything is in good health. But I don't talk about the implants or the fat grafts. I don't try to be a doctor. I don't know. I just don't be talking about that type of stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. Gigi, do you tell the men that are interested in you're trans? How do you respond? How do they respond? Oh yeah, I tell them. I tell them right up front. I say, listen here, and they say, oh, okay. How do they respond? How do they respond? They respond. They say okay. If they don't care, they just don't respond. That's about it. If they're not okay with that, they just won't respond. If they okay with it, they just continue to talk. Sometimes I have to say it 3 or 4 times just so they can acknowledge and they'll be like, okay, I already heard you, but can we just get past that? So a lot of people really don't want to talk about it. Even if they're okay with it, they just don't want to see it as a big thing. Don't make it a big deal. So that's the only thing. Either they're going to respond and keep talking like nothing ever happened, or they're just going to stop communication. And that's about it. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. For me, my experience. All right. All the disrespect comments are coming from hurt and confused people. Well, you guys doing a good job with blocking them because I don't. Where's the disrespectful? I'm waiting for him. And don't have to use unless you want to, period. What? How soon do you tell them? In seconds, girl. Seconds. When they start looking at me, I do the sign language. Seconds, Miss Walkers. Okay. Don't wait on it. I love the courage. Thank you. Listen, I just joined the live. Chill out. Chill out on who? Talk to me. Yeah. So what other questions do you guys have? Did you guys like the video? Are we getting the likes up? Okay, come on. The likes is liking. Come on, y'all. Let's get these likes up. What other questions do y'all have? Any other questions that you guys have? Or did I answer all the questions? All right. And I want to let you guys know too. I do celebrity gossip. I do true crime stories. And I would love for you guys to also show up when I do those videos. You know, I really need you guys to show up when I do those videos as well. But I'm so happy that Diamond, I'm still in communication with Diamond to talk about our friendship and talk about how she was hurt that I didn't tell her, you know. Why didn't I tell her? Why didn't I tell Diamond? I didn't tell her because I guess I was not. To be honest, I'm not thinking about telling nobody. I'm not thinking about it. When I'm in my zone, I'm in my zone. I'm not thinking about, okay, let me pick up the phone call and call such and such. Let me break the news. Let your ass know, hey, I'm trans, you know. My father's side of the story, I didn't tell none of them. My father told everybody. But am I mad that my father told his side of the family what's going on? No, because I wasn't gonna call him. I mean, I'm not about to call everybody and say, "Hey, this was going on." Hey, hey, oh. I mean, do y'all want me to start sending out messages? Okay. Look, here it is. I'm gonna send out a message. You guys, I'm changing genders. Okay. I want you guys to come and celebrate me. A rebirth. Bring gifts. Okay. Girl gifts only. Okay. We're gonna have ice cream and cake. Okay. Give it up for the rebirth of me finally living my truth. Okay. All right. Nah, it ain't happen like that. It ain't happen like that. I guess it'd be like, don't you know that trans girl? She says, day one of me living as a woman, day two of me second year living as a woman. To me, I don't mean to laugh, but that shit is funny. I'm like, nah, man, this real life for me. So I'm doing what I got to do. All right. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to discuss. It is what it is. Please don't repeat questions like Star from the beginning. She has moved on. I know that's right. Whew, I tell you that. Yeah. But I started off, I was gonna talk about a story earlier today about me as a teen. Now that was a very vulnerable story. And maybe I'm glad I did not come out and tell that story. What y'all think? Should I tell like see, I don't know. Maybe it helped people, but then again, I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Like talking about stuff like when I ran away from home as a teen, when I went missing, some of the tragedies that happened, you know. And I have an issue with people looking at me as a victim, and I don't like to be like, I don't know, I just don't like it. It's like, don't look at me like that, you know. But I don't know if I should tell that story or not. I almost started to tell that story today, but I pulled back and I decided to do the part two here. Look, they said, tell it. Tell it. Oh, God. Okay. It says the only thing I used to question about you was why do you wear the gloves all the time? But it made sense after you revealed, about your transition. But they're really cute though. Uh huh. Well, I think I'm the only transgender out here that wear gloves. But like I said, I want to do it because I wanted a brand. You know what I'm saying? But I've been on here plenty of times without no gloves. And look, it got your attention, right? It makes you wonder, why do you wear the gloves? She wear gloves. That's something different. So, you know, when somebody say the girl that got the gloves on, you already know who they talking about. Who else wear gloves out here? Nobody. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do what makes you comfortable. Mm. Who is your also, Gigi? How others see you has nothing to do with you. Let that ish go, please. You're right. How people see me has nothing to do with me. Now that's going to be a challenge for me. You know, the reason why it's a challenge for me, because that's what took me so long to transition, is having thoughts about other people and how other people seeing me. So I struggle with that, but clearly I have gotten very strong, where I'm just not giving a fuck. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have struggled with that. But I'm learning, still process every day. Who is my first boyfriend? Um, let's just call him D. We call him light skin D. Light skin D was my first boyfriend. Okay. And yes, he was older. I was 16. He was in his young 20s. Yeah. Did he groom me? No, he did not groom me. Okay. So let's not go there. I know you guys gonna say he groomed you. He did not groom me. Okay. We didn't even have sex. That was my first boyfriend, and I do appreciate him. And I've learned a lot. I had great experiences with that man. And I had a lot of ups and downs with that man, but he did not groom me. And that's that on that. Okay. Because I know that's what y'all love to say. hmm Yes, I did. Plus, it's a fashion. Do you do your own makeup? It's gorgeous. You know what? I don't got no makeup on. Makeup where? Where you see makeup at, honey? I don't got no makeup on. You don't see I'm flushed. I don't got no makeup on. I need some. But no, I don't got no makeup on. I don't got no makeup on. Mm-mm. Mm. But do I do my own makeup? Yeah, I do my own makeup. I don't want to do my own makeup. I wish I can get somebody else to do my makeup for me. I haven't mastered makeup. You know, when I'm out here in these streets, I don't wear makeup. I'm just bare as hell. I do want to learn how to do makeup. I want to get better at makeup and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet. Okay. Uh, Gigi is very sensitive. I wouldn't. Somebody says no, Gigi is very sensitive. I wouldn't. Okay, I wouldn't either. But okay, then I think about this, right? Okay, you want different results, right? Okay, and you want to take risk, right? Right. So I've been in my comfort zone for a long time now. So I'm like, well, maybe is this the time for me to take a risk? Risk is out my comfort zone. I know I'm not gonna feel comfortable, but if you want to move and get to a different spot in life, maybe you just going to have to take the risk. So that's what I be thinking in my head, possibly, but you just never know. You're such a strong, beautiful woman. I commend you for your strength. Keep the stories coming, Queen. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, that's your story. Sometimes people need to hear that you are not the only ones that have survived such situations. It's inspiring and educational. I definitely believe my story is inspiring and inspirational. However, I don't I'd be like, I know it sounds horrible, but I'm like, I don't care to be an inspiration. I'm not trying to be a role model. I be trying to hide from celebrity. I be trying to hide from the light, And I know that's kind of crazy. It's like, well, do you know you're on the internet right now? What you mean you're trying to hide? But you on the internet and you're saying all this, that don't make any sense. Well, I'm trying something new. I'm taking a risk. I'm out my comfort zone. Then some people say, well, you used to be good like this. You used to be fine like this. I have changed. Not only has my looks have changed, my inside have changed, I have changed. My mindset has changed. I'm not the same person you think you knew. Okay. I'm not. You have to get to know me, baby. Okay, I have changed. All right. So we will see what this will just uncover. You guys going on the journey with me, you guys seeing me taking risks like this and seeing how it changes, how it will change me. Everything is going to change you. Experiences change you. Sometimes they change you for the good, sometimes they change you for the worse. We would just have to see. By me telling my stories, would it make me more confident? Would it make me be like, okay, I'm hungry now. I want to tell my story in the light and I want to do this? Or would it make me back away? Who knows the outcome that it will come? I don't know. You know? Shit, I just don't know. I don't know. What do I want? What is my ambition? My ambition is to make genuine connections. Um, that is my ambition. My ambition is to entertain, definitely by doing the skits. Okay. And to bring joy into people's lives. So that is my mission right there. Okay. And I guess I don't want it to be a situation where, I'm doing some good skits and then people telling y'all I'm trans and then you mad at me because I ain't tell you I was trans first, just like my friend Diamond. You know what I mean? Hell. I think you should do a meet and greet one day. Is that the homie that used to pick up in his nice car at school? Is that the homie that used to pick you up in his nice car at school? No, D, he never picked me up at school. No, he never picked me up. I don't think I have any guy that picked me up from school. My stepfather always picked me up from school. My parents are very strict, so my parents have me on the school days. So only time I can get free time if I'm with my biological father under his supervision, but under my parents' supervision, nobody was going to pick me up except for my parents. So I never had any guy pick me up from school or drop me off at school. Now what I did was I used to skip school. Get on the bus, which I was not allowed to be on a bus. My parents did not allow me to take public transportation. They just felt like it was too dangerous, but I did it anyway. Oh my goodness, you guys. I used to love getting on public transportation. I used to felt like such a badass getting on a bus. Like I used to love getting on transportation. I used to feel like I'm independent. I got my own shit when I was on a public transportation. Now, could you imagine that? Me getting hyped. I used to get so excited getting on a bus. I was never allowed to be on a bus. So I was excited getting on a bus. So I used to get on a bus and I would skip school to go over his house. And then on the weekends, I would say I'm spending time with my biological father, and I will leave his house, and he will pick me up sometime from my father's house. My father have different properties. My father owns like a lot of house, so depending on what house my father allowed me to stay in, I would have my boyfriend pick me up there and he would pick me up and I would stay with my boyfriend. And then usually I would just drive his car. Like if I wanted to like boast to my friends or brag, like I got a car right now, whatever. Cause my parents would not allow me to do that with their car, but I would do it with my boyfriend car because he was such cool. Like my boyfriend was so cool. I had a good time. Okay. It was cool. So yeah. Even though did I have rocky times with him? Yes, I have rocky times with my boyfriend, my first boyfriend. What was one of the worst rocky times with my boyfriend? My first rocky time with my boyfriend when he wanted to have sex with me and I didn't want to have sex with him. Why didn't you want to have sex with him? I didn't want to have sex with him. Now, in the beginning, I was sexually attracted to him, but when I found out that he was feminine, I didn't want to have sex with him anymore. I didn't see him as the man that I once knew. Okay, well, how is that? Okay, okay, okay. Listen. Okay. Now he presented me like he was like one of them tough thug dudes, So I really thought I got a man, but like he used to, like I just be at houses, honestly. Okay, so if I'm not at my father's house, then I'm at my boyfriend's house. And then he would leave me alone in his house because he would be out working and doing what he's doing. And I'm just at his house. I'm just bored. So I started snooping around and I started looking at all this different stuff. And then I came across some stuff that he was in. And I played it and how he was acting, it was so fucking feminine. And his voice didn't sound the same. And I was like so disgusted. I didn't tell him that because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And yes, and I say you can't judge me for feeling that way because I was young, you know? And I just felt like I was tricked. I felt like this is not the man that I thought he would be. So right then and there, I desexualized him, meaning that I didn't see him in a sexual light. Like when he would kiss me, I get grossed out. I'd be like pushing him away. Now did I break up with him? No, I did not, because he was still rough, and he still got some roughness in him, but I've never seen him until that shit that I saw at his house with him and his friends and how he was acting. I was so, what the fuck? Okay. So that's when it got rough because he was like trying to, he felt my energy shifting away from him. So that makes him want to grab me even more. And then that made me even be grossed out even more. So we had a little tussle, then he accused me of cheating on him. And I wasn't. Was I cheating on him? I don't think I was cheating on him. It's just I didn't see him anymore like that. And I couldn't tell him how I saw him because I didn't know how to express myself. So yeah, that was a little tussle there and some more stuff, but we'll save that later. Okay. All right. And I know somebody came up here. I'm sorry. Feel free to come back up here again and I'll hit you. Okay. Wow. So you blessed with beauty. YouTube University would teach you, but you don't need it. They asked what I was going to ask, but they beat me to the gloves. Now you playing Gigi, you lying now. You got makeup on. You are not that damn beautiful. I mean, what you want me to do? You want to put some, okay, if I put some Vaseline on my face, would that would that help? Okay, look, I'm gonna put some Vaseline. Look, I'm gonna put some Vaseline on my face. You see this? I got some Vaseline. You see that? Gonna put it all on my face. Okay. You see? Put Vaseline on my face. Uh-huh. See? I'm gonna mess this. It ain't nothing but skin. I ain't got no motherfucking makeup. I might need some makeup, but I don't got no makeup on. I don't have no makeup on. You see? You see? You guys want me to do some makeup? Huh? I don't got no makeup, baby. Mm-hmm. So what are you saying? Gigi is so kind-hearted that the moderators and commentators defend her quickly that she does herself. It's like get more mad and trolls dissing her than she does and waiting for them. Mm-hmm. Thank you, moderators, for getting their ass out. Because you guys know the more we grow, the more of this nonsense we're going to have to deal with. you know? And I just want to say thank you all for having my back. And I really say thank y'all for having my back. It feel good to have people that have your back. It does. I know Diamond is not in life. Keep telling your story, Gigi. Trust me, girlfriend, you would be surprised how many others that have the same situation. Uh-huh. Gigi, you're so funny. Yep. Yep. So that what happened with the first boyfriend. And how did I get rid of him? And of course, I would do another personal story to go into depth about that. But I got rid of my first boyfriend by getting another boyfriend that was meaner than my first boyfriend. Yeah. So, and that's a horrible decision. And I don't think nobody should do that. But I didn't know what else to do. So I decided to get with another guy that had a horrible reputation of beating people up. And I picked him knowing that he had a horrible reputation of beating people up. Actually, the first night I met him, he went to jail for whooping somebody ass. He didn't go to jail, but they called the cops on him. But he beat these two guys. Man, he ain't nothing to play with. He was known to be a fighter. And I was like, yeah, that's going to protect me because he was going to protect me from the other dude. And then my first boyfriend, when he found out I was with him, he was scared. So he backed the fuck off. Hell yeah. But now I have to deal with him, and he's the biggest bully. So the stuff I get into, right? Uh-huh. Did they find out I was trans? The bully did. I heard the bully did. And they was like, no, I'm not. And when they see me, they're gonna have a talk to me. Mind you, I haven't talked to them in years. So mm. The bully, he be feeling like once I'm here, he feel like once you go with him, then you're his forever. And like after I left him, like if I'm around him, he still have this mentality like I'm his. And he would still tell me, you know, you still mine, right? You know, you still mine, right? And I just don't argue with him because he's crazy. All right. Is he the one you had on your show after your transition? No, I would never have none of my crazy exes on my show. They would never do my show. But no, 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 no. I think the ex you're talking about, after only I think I had one ex on talking after my transition, and that was the guy that I live with. And how can I say it? Yeah, I live with. I cheated on. Well, he cheated on me, and I moved all the stuff out, and I fucked up his credit, and I left him broke. That's him. That's him. I know I got to put names to these people. Um, but yeah, almost like trading sugar for salt. Trading sugar for salt. Gigi, any future plans to have children? You know what? I have one cousin, okay? And when I tell you this child loves me like I'm his mother, okay? And I would adopt him in a heartbeat. So that is the only child I see right now. Do I want biological kids? I've never, man, are y'all ready for this story? Okay, all my life I've had people tell me, wait till you have kids. Wait till you have kids and get married. When I was like 9, 10, 11, 12, people pressured me to have and to fairy tale about having kids and being married. Having kids and being married, having a house, that was the goal. Even though it wasn't my goal, but this is what they pushed on me to have. Everything is wait till you have some kids. You're gonna see. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Oh, when you get married, this is gonna how to be. This is what we're teaching you. Um, However, I was really into religion, you know. I was in love with Jesus. I don't think nobody loved Jesus like I loved Jesus when I was a child. And I've always heard people talk about gay people, you know, but people always told me around me that I was not a part of LGBT. They were like, "You're not LGBT," because once in every blue moon, somebody will call me that, and I would tell family or I would tell people around me. It was like they lying. You not like that. You not like that. You're not LGBT. So I was like, okay, I'm not LGBT. So when people talk about LGBT people, I did not associate with them people because that's not who I am. And I was assured and confirmed that by the Christians and everybody else, that's not who I am. I'm not like that. Okay. But then when I got to 11, 12, and I came from Bible study, and they were talking about homosexuality and what God says. And then some people had different opinions about, yeah, those are horrible people. And then we was reading the scripture. That shit clicked to me. That shit clicked. And it was like, God hates you. God hates you. God hates you. All this time they were telling you, you ain't that. Motherfucker, you that. Okay. Man, that shit hit me like a bag of big bricks. Ooh, that broke my heart so bad. That broke my heart so bad. And I just remember in the room just crying that day, just crying, crying, crying. And I just couldn't express it to nobody. And I was just like, man, I may as well just end it all. Hell, God don't love me. The world don't love me. Fuck it. I say I would never bring kids in this world for them to have to go through what I'm going through right now. I never want to do that. So I cursed myself. I said I would never bring kids in this dark world. I would never want a child to go through what I'm going through right now. So since then, I've always held that. Just recently, I guess I've been open minded, but I'm not really hung on it. So that's my story about kids. Okay. So yeah, I do have 3 daughters. So let me tell you. Remember I was telling you when I do skits. So sometimes when I do skits, my skits of having 3 daughters, that was probably part of my skit that I was doing that day. And usually the people that's playing my kids are my relatives. So that's what that was about. But I don't have biologicals. There you go, Gigi. Finally fighting back. Your parents might have wanted you to have some kids so they can get some grandkids. Duh. Yeah, they wanted me to have some kids. Everybody wanted me to have some kids. I get so tired of people asking me about some damn kids. When you gonna have some kids? When you gonna have some kids? When you gonna have some kids? When you have some kids? And now looking back, it's like people that's my age or even older, they don't got no kids and y'all not bullying them, but y'all want to keep harassing me about some kids. I felt that shit ain't fair. Now my face is greasy. Now my face is greasy. I'm about to get this white napkin. All right. So you see, I got this napkin, right? What color is the white? All right. So I'm going to wipe it off. All right. You see, shit, I had to look just in case, right? Mm-hmm. But you see, all you see is grease. You don't see no makeup. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter if you wear makeup, if you don't. Who cares? I mean, I don't care if you wear makeup. It's not a big deal. Um, hey, Judge Me Not, how are you? Judge Me Not, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I was on you. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh well, I just want to tell you that God loves you. I mean, He loves everybody. People will to people tend to single people out. That's because that's something that people can physically see. But what about all the other stuff that people do that people can't see? Why they not going to hell? I think it
Judge Me
just
Not, I can really hear you. Your phone going in and out, but I think you have a great message, and I just so mad I can't really hear you good.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call back in.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear her either. Have you ever dated a girl? Yes, I've dated a girl. Okay. I've dated a few girls. Yes. I think I did a video about dating girls before I trans. I had threesome with girls. I think my best threesomes were with biological women. Yes. Now I'm not saying I did it with them, but it was fun. I like you know, Kitty Cat and D. I like the merger. I think I love seeing a D going to some Kitty Cat. Okay. It ain't nothing like it. I love it. I love it. Okay, we fall short of the glory, so so who are we to judge? Well, you know what? I feel like this. Judge all you want to. I'm okay with you judging. Maybe when I was younger, I was uncertain about people judging, but I welcome the judge, because I can judge too, and we can all judge. And just because you judge, I mean, that's just your beliefs. Your judgment is not going to affect me. Maybe it will, but I don't think so. Okay. Because I don't know. I just feel like I got a shield and that shit ain't gonna hurt. Cause go ahead, judge me. I've done heard it all, and I've survived through the worst judging. Okay, so judge me all you want to, baby. I don't care. Okay, judge me. I don't care. I don't care. Hell, judge me not. Are you there? Are you there? Judge me not.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, keep
Okay.
talking. Let's see. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. This is what I wanted to say. People get on my MF nerves trying to classify people, if they're trans or if they're, gay, whatever.
The phone
And
going out again. Judge me not.
I hate my internet. I'm calling back.
All right, I'm sorry. You just keep on. It does the same thing. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, uh, do you have a wee wee still? I smoke crack. That is very personal. Okay. Do you want it? I put it in a jar. It's in the fridge. I can ship it to you for a charge. Okay. Do you want that wee wee? Huh? It's a big motherfucker. Okay. Do you want the nuts to come attached? Huh? What you want, girl? Okay. Are you gonna smoke on that? Are you gonna smoke on it? Okay. Shit. Mm-mm. You know what I want you to do with it? I want you to burn it up and put it in the joint and smoke that shit. I want you to I want you to smoke that dick, bitch, okay? I want you to burn them dick nuts up. I want you to put it in a joint and I want you to smoke it. Like what you smoking? Smoking on some dick, okay? Smoking on some dick. That's what I want you to do, dog. Okay. I want you to smoke that dick, okay? Let it go out with a bang. Okay. That's what I want you to do. Okay. Uh-huh. Where are the haters coming from? Jerome, anytime you say something about trans or shit, you're going to get that. It's going to come with the territory. Okay. So I welcome it. Come on, baby. I welcome it. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Uh-huh. She's so worried about it. Maybe she want it, You want it? I got it. Dripping like water. You want it? I got it. Dripping like water. You want it? I got it. I don't got it though. Like I said, it's in a jar. I'm gonna charge you though, okay? Because it's worth a big pretty penny. Okay. Oh my goodness. But if I could have gave it away to a woman that wanted to transition, I would love to have done that. You know what I'm saying? I wish it was a way where it could just be like, come on, dog. Let me give you these dick and nuts, okay? You give me your vagina, and there's that, you know. Maybe one day they're gonna have a surgery where they can just take y'all two under at the same time and just switch genitalia. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, baby. Okay. And you gonna say, what you do with them dick and nuts? Oh, that it's on him. It's on he got it. He got it. He got it. Go over there. He got it. He got them dick and nuts. Okay. Mm-hmm. They might. UJ crazy, even exchange. Definitely. Booyah. Boom. Even exchange. Gigi a punisher. Gigi not the dick and nut boss. Uh-huh. Yeah. Dick and balls. Don't forget the boss. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Gigi, do you have your daughter before your transition? Yes. Yes. In my skit, I had kids when I was young because I already knew the lifestyle I wanted to live. So I made sure to have these kids, get that all out the way, you know? And do you think that people should have kids before they transition? Before they cut that shit off? I mean, yeah, because you can't, uh, I mean, unless you want to adopt, but, I would think you would want to hurry up, have kids, or put some of that stuff in the storage, before you be a transition or whatever. Before you do your personal transition, get some of your stuff, you know what I mean, by your ice cream, put it in the freezer brink just in case later on in life you may decide you want some biological of your own. You will always have that in storage. You'll have to pay a yearly storage fee, but it will be worth it. And you can get how many buckets you want. You want to get a few cups just in case the first cup don't work. So those are some things that you want to have on deck before, you do what you do. Okay? So have that in mind. Have that in mind. Uh-huh. I remember Jessica. Yeah, I remember Jessica too. Shout out to Jessie. Jessie Pooh. I have to work tonight, damn it. Well, I'm about to get off this live. I'm not going to be on here too longer. I just wanted to come up here to chop it up with my people, so I'm going to get back into some gossip. I guess I'm only doing 3 lives today, but I'm going to get back into some gossip. Um, Gigi, you got money? Cause I get you cost money, baby. I'm not saying that I never want to put that out there. I have money. You can have money today and no money tomorrow. I'm always going to need money. So if you guys want to hit my cash app and make it clap, I appreciate that. I'm always going to need some money. So I don't want you to ever think that I got it like that because it's a struggle. It really is. So you're a complete woman now. You know what? I don't like using all that type of that language because it starts shit. You know what I mean? You know how people feel about those terms and stuff. I don't like going there. And like I said, I've never said if I got that surgery or if I don't got that surgery. You know why? Because I don't talk about surgery. So I don't know. I don't know if I got it. I don't know if I don't got it. I don't know. And that's the way I want to keep it. I want to keep it a mystery, you know? Okay. So I'm not saying nothing about that. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Hell. But I thought you said you was gonna keep it real. Okay, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to talk about it. All right. I told you I don't like talking about surgeries. No way. You are rich. Oh no, I'm not. Let's not do that. Mm, 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 mm. Keep it real, Gigi. Keep it real. Come on, girl. Keep it real. Well, keeping it real is telling you I don't want to talk about it because that's honest. And I don't like talking about stuff like that. So there you go. Hmm. All right. Well, did you guys enjoy this sit down where I'm just talking to my supporters, my loved ones on a one-on-one basis? Do you guys enjoy this? If you do, please press 4 so I know to do it more often. And today is a Saturday. Now, why would you ask that? That she looks like a woman. Okay. What's your Scorpio? Okay, now I can answer that. My Scorpio sign, I'm a Libra. A Libra. Uh-huh. A Libra. A Libra. Mm. Do y'all like this wig I got on? Do y'all like this lace? What y'all think about this? Press 4, press 7 if you like this hair unit. I love the hairline. Okay. It looked just like mine. Okay. Y'all like it? Y'all like it? Mm-hmm. Jerome said, yep, I do. Uh-huh. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was much better than the other thing I had before, even though I can't catch the end of it. I caught at the end of it. Damn, Angel. Damn. Yeah, we got to get you in the early stage, girl. All right. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. Let me see if I can pin it down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. If I want to do it like this. I don't know if I want to do it. Well, I think I already did that one. All right. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. Love you guys. And I see y'all. Wow, the trolls love to like a broken record on repeat. What the trolls say? What? Hold on. What? A troll says something? What? Hell, come on. Where the trolls at? Where the trolls at? Where them trolls at? I don't see the trolls. They do a good job because, baby, if I find out where them trolls at, where them trolls at, where them trolls at, huh? Where them trolls at? Where the trolls? Let me look to see because I can't see the trolls. Well, the trolls. I can't see the trolls. So, when the next time you guys want me to do a personal story? Okay. Let me know when you guys want me to do a personal story. Should I do it Monday, Wednesday, or Sunday? Please let me know in the comment section. When do you guys want me to do another personal story? Monday, Sunday, or Wednesday? All right. See, you have about to go with your shit tonight. At the end again. See, get them, let them, you know why? Y'all need to report YouTube. Let them know. We need to get hold on. Sunday, Monday, Sunday. I'm getting hot. I'm starting to sweat. I got all this Vaseline on my face. King said all those days. Love you too, King. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. All right, so tomorrow is Sunday. So tomorrow. All right, tomorrow. Okay, so I got 4 options. I could either talk about, damn, what was my option? Okay, the story when I ran away from home as a teen, which that's not a good feel good story. Okay, y'all did not decide. Okay, well, y'all love talking about them surgeries, don't y'all? My trans surgery recovery that got second place. Y'all learn him. I'll figure it out. But I just want to say thank you all for the support. I love you guys. I appreciate every one of you. Keep the hope alive. Keep the strength. How did I get through it? I got through it just believing in myself. I'm not attached, dependent on anybody. I used to be dependent on groups and communities, but they have all let me down. So I had to really look and depend on me and believe in me. And when you believe in yourself, miracles start shifting, It's almost like you got superpowers and stuff, And you just got to be patient. Sometimes you want stuff to happen so bad and just it seems like it's just never gonna hit. You just have to prepare because the time is coming. And when that time comes, you already prepared, then you do it. You know what I mean? So everything is just aligning right. That's all. Whew. All right, you pick, sis. We love to have a good night. Yeah. Well, I'll come back and do some gossip or something like that. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. Bye.